Hi, welcome to another episode of Girls, 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 and today I'm being joined by
Danielle Da Silva.
Yeah. So, first question. If you were a fruit, what would you be and why?
I would probably be like grapes.
Why?
I love grapes. They're great. It's like a splash of juice in your mouth.
Yeah. Especially like the crispy ones that's just like you first bite into it and it's like kind of hard and then like explodes.
Yeah, definitely like those are good.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, second question. What is your definition of success and do you think you've achieved it?
I think my definition of success is just, a matter of, for me, it's awakening and unlearning all the things that I thought that I knew, and also being surrounded by such amazing people and doing what I love every day. That's success, and yeah, definitely, I feel like I'm successful.
That's good. So, who or what inspires you?
So I have the privilege of working with so many NGOs and so many people around the world that are doing incredible things. So for me, it's the people I get to surround myself with in my work and in my day-to-day, my friends, my family, my PWB, Photographers Without Borders staff, and yeah, like I said, like all the people that run the NGOs and do all the grassroots work and activism that we desperately need.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to tell us more about the Photographers Without Borders?
Yeah, so Photographers Without Borders is an organization that I founded over 9 years ago now. We're just entering our 10th year, and we're basically trying to make storytelling more accessible to NGOs around the world that are doing great work. So that means we're providing them with free video and photography assets and helping them to create tangible change.
It's really neat.
Through that, yeah.
I love that. Okay. And if there's one thing you could change about the world, what would it be and why?
Capitalism and patriarchy. Sorry, that's two, but yeah, I think we definitely need to rethink our relationships to food, water, land, and money is like a big part of that, accessibility and privilege and all of those things factor in. So capitalism and colonialism are based on, really dark origins and keep reproducing that same kind of narrative where somebody has to benefit off of someone else in order for things to perpetuate. So it's problematic and creates a lot of inequality.
Yeah, I agree. I think someone told me the other day that if we don't stop like the rate at which we're consuming things right now, we're gonna run out of resources really quickly, like in the next like 20 years or so. And that's so scary because like we're all gonna be alive during that time. Like that's super scary.
Yeah, and we're already like seeing that on a daily basis. Like I think there was a report that said that in India, for example, like 1 million people like died because of pollution.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like it's really bad there. Like I just came back from India and there was like a mountain that I saw in the distance and when I was entering New Delhi, and it turns out it was a mountain of garbage that was like an overflowing landfill, and it looks like a huge mountain, like a natural but like it was crazy to me, and people don't know that we actually like pay to ship our garbage to other countries like China and India, and like they're just dumping it into the ocean or like dumping it into these like mountainous landfills, and it's like really not sustainable. It's bad.
What is your biggest regret?
I think my biggest regret, this is a hard one, but it's probably not fostering my artistic abilities and like my activism earlier, because I listened to some people for too long. Like I had a lot of pressure from a lot of angles, and just pressured myself to had different definitions of success when I was young, which changed very, very rapidly. But I think that if I could have gone down this path sooner, it would be great.
I have a lot of friends that are like, they want to go into like art or music or something, but then they're like, but my parents say that I can, or they like tell them what, because we're doing course selection right now, and it's like, oh, my parents tell me I have to pick math, but I really want to pick drama, and it's like,
exactly. It's hard when the people that you love the most, they have your best interests in mind, but those interests aren't the same as your interests.
Yeah.
So it's not really your best interest. So I think that it's really important actually to have those difficult conversations earlier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier when you're younger than it is when you're older, because your parents also get older. They become more difficult to like change, and like those feelings that you have are never going to go away. Of wanting to do that, and like one day it's going to crack, probably after you've spent lots of money going to whatever school, you know what I mean? And it's just like, why waste everyone's time and money? And like, again, school is part of that whole colonial corporation capitalism thing, and it's overrated these days. So we have to really be careful with how we spend our time and money. Yeah. Definitely.
So what is your proudest achievement?
Photographers Without Borders, 100%. Like everything that's come out of it, including like the sanctuary that I've been able to conserve in Sumatra, like just all of the different organizations we work with, and the relationships again that we built, and what it's helped me to achieve in terms of that awakening and that learning and unlearning, is really just like, it's inexplicable how important that is.
It's
to
super
me.
neat. Yeah, I looked through the profile and I was like, these are so amazing. Like, I have a couple friends who like want to do photography, and I'm like, just do it, because it's such a cool art form, because it's like painting a picture but not really. It's like you dictate where things go, but you don't.
You have a lot of influence over the subject matter. Even, if you're doing photojournalism, you can have a lot of influence depending on which moments you decide to capture, or that your instincts tell you to capture. So it's powerful.
So, last question. What advice would you give to younger girls currently thinking about careers, especially in your position? Or what advice would you just give in general?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is just like, don't listen to everyone. Like, I feel like there's a lot of well-meaning advice out there, and people will give you so much advice during your career. It's the old saying, like, for me, it applies. Like, if I listened to a lot of people who tried to give me well-meaning advice, I probably wouldn't have been successful in my view, in my definition, at, as fast as I had. I really listened to my intuition and my gut, and that's always served me well. It's been difficult at times, because obviously I've had to go up against the opinions of my parents and colleagues and peers, but at the end of the day, it was always the right decision. And so, I really think people need to listen to their intuition and trust themselves and believe in themselves. You're your biggest cheerleader, and so like, you need to just believe in yourself. At the end of the day, it's you and only you. So.
I also think it's like, it's your life you're living. You're not living someone else's life. Like,
Absolutely.
You don't have to let your parents like live vicariously through you. Like, if they want to be a piano player, they can go learn piano, but it's just like enforcing it on. That's great. Thank you so much for meeting with me. It's
Absolutely.
been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Thanks.